You guys should know me by now. I'm Brad with BradGump.com. Pretty much what I'm going to do today is I'm going to try to make up on a video that I forgot to film a couple days ago. The previous video, the one where I showed you sharp lines, how to just slap on the paint and very nicely skim it off. Well, that night, I was here probably till about 9-10 o'clock, putting in these windows and trying to secure the apartment that I'm in. So in my haste, I just put them in. I didn't videotape them. I didn't even have a camera on me that day. Didn't have a tripod, didn't have anything. So what I'm trying to do today is make up for that. So as you can see, they're in right now. They're very easily free moving. They do squeak sometimes. You just gotta spray that with WD-40 or a liquid silicone, and you're good to go. So yeah, that's the majority of it. I haven't put the trim pieces on yet that are sitting right here. I haven't put those on so that I can still show you the window itself. Let's see here. Make this a little askew, and I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but pretty much all that's to this is just a simple little knot like so. You can see the window's already free floating. So you just want to, essentially what you're going to do is you're going to create the knot that's going to go in these. You'll hold it there like so. And some of these can be tricky, so don't expect to get it the first time because I never did. But that's pretty much the way that's going to go through. The weights, however, what you want to do is right now this weight that's attached to this line is sitting right here in this cavity. And the reason for that being is so that when you lift the window, the weight will go down into the cavity. So it will counteract the action, so that you can quite literally push it up with one finger. The reason why I pull the weights up in this upper area on both sides is so that you're using as least amount of sash cord as possible. Also nicer, I think. I do the same thing with the upper sash if you're using the sash cord. Some of these windows I was forced to screw the top sash in because when I opened up the cavity, I didn't have enough weights. And weights are kind of hard to find. If you know where you can find them, cool. But here in Fort Wayne, there's one or two places, but I don't think we really want to do that for a rental because I'm going to caulk these windows in, so no one's going to be opening these windows unless it's us. So some of these windows I had to screw in, not a big deal. Pretty much the two knots that I was using on the weights, I kind of changed it up on some of the weights. I needed a big knot in order to hold the weights, and so pretty much I was doing a simple double knot like so. I'm pulling it through like so. So when I was done doing the knot, that's what the knot would look like. It's just simple double knot. It's no different. It's exactly like this. That's it. That's all I was doing to hold the weight on. And I'll show you a picture of that knot and a weight here shortly. I had one extra, and that was it. Now, on this piece down here, on this window, the knot I was doing, it's a real simple knot. Let me do it from this side. You do one loop around your finger, and then two, bring it up, pull your fingers out, and then put it in like so, and then pull it tight. And then that's how that knot looks. It's real simple, kind of hard to see with the lighting in this room, but that's all it is. You just loop it around your finger twice, and then you flip it over and bring it through. Real simple. That's the end, that's holding the weight down here, and this is the end holding the window. So essentially, these knots are doing this inside the window. So that's about it, really. All the windows in this unit were really easy to install, except for the window sitting directly behind the camera. I'll pull that one out here shortly when I also go to get back a weight so that you can see that knot. So that's essentially it. After that point, you just take these trim pieces here, you line them up to where they were, and you nail them back in place using finished nails or a finished nail gun. And that's it. A couple tools you will need that I find handy. You see me use this in a lot of videos. It's this little flathead screwdriver. It's from Cobalt. I like it. And utility knife, box cutter, pocket knife, anything that's really sharp. Because if you're anything like me, you're going to use a lot more sash cord than what you need. So it's always good to be able to trim off just a little bit. You don't want to trim off too much, because just because this rope fit into this cavity here doesn't mean the window's going to close. You still have a 1/2 inch to 7/8 of an inch that you need to go down. So make sure that you leave yourself enough room on this sash cord so that you can go that extra distance. So when we come back, I'll show you pretty much how I did that knot in a weight, and I'll show you that window behind us. So thank you. Hang with me. It'll be just a moment. Alright, welcome back. Picked up a weight. This is an extra one that we had sitting around. And I picked it because it has a huge cavity right here. I mean, I can shove my pinky in there. And a very little hole on top. Not really a fair weight to do this exercise on, because most weights, this top hole is massive, and this rope will slip right through it. I've taken out the one knot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get out my little flathead screwdriver, because this is where it comes in handy. Kind of shove it in there, and shove in the excess with it, like so. Then you can also use this flathead screwdriver to dig it out, like so. Make sure you give yourself enough slack to do this. Put the screwdriver away in the back pocket, always works. And then I'm just going to double it up and bring it on through. This is where your screwdriver comes in handy again. Sorry, I'm making faces while I'm doing this. This is not easy work, but that's essentially the knot that I want. And then you drag it in, shove it into that cavity. I'm not really worried about the excess, considering this is just a how-to video for the most part. But in any other video, or in these windows, for instance, what I'll do is I'll shove as much of this in here as I can and trim off the rest so that it doesn't get caught on anything else. So that's essentially it. If you just wanted to, I was just thinking that'd be really embarrassing if I did this and the weight fell off, but it didn't, lucky me. But that's essentially it. It's probably a 15-pound weight, so as you're pushing up on the window, this is coming down the track. As you pull or push the window back down, it's going up. But yeah, that's it. That's all you need to do on that. Easy peasy, as I say. Now this window here, as I step out of frame and grab my drill gun, because I haven't put the hardware back on these windows yet, so I have screws holding them in. I don't know about you, but I'm using an impact drill, and I love this drill. I absolutely love it. I only use my drills now for pilot drill or pilot holes. Come on. Yeah. All right, here's this window. Yeah, that worked out real well. Let me pull this out here so that you can see it. This window was a pain in the butt. Took me probably 45 minutes just to put in this bottom sash. And the reason why that being is, I hope you can see this in the video. From the display, it looks a little dark. But pretty much what you have to do is you have to shove it down into this little hole. And then you take your straight head screwdriver, voila, and you ram it down into that hole. And then you have to dig it out down here. Now down here is just a basic knot, because it's got that piece of wood in there. I didn't feel like I should do any special kind of knot. No, it's the first knot you make while tying your shoes. It's not a big deal. And then you pull it through, cut off the excess. Both sides are like that, and top sash and bottom sash are like that. Just a complete and utter pain. And then I found out yesterday when I was working on this window that I forgot to put in the parting stop. So I put in the top sash and the bottom sash, but didn't put in the parting stop. So I had to hold this window out and pound in the parting stop. So make sure you do this with a clear mind. Not trying to rush yourself, because if you rush yourself, you'll make mistakes. So, and that's what I did. So today what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paint this, get it all looking nice. I'm going to caulk in this top window, and when she's all said and done, I'll take some pictures and I'll attach it to the end of this video so that you can see what the finished product looks like. But yeah, that's it for restoring windows. I'm sure I made it look easy in the videos, but it's been a pain. They're not pieces of cake, as some people call their jobs or stuff like that, but it certainly has been fun. It is self-gratifying. It's fun. I enjoy it. I like making old windows look new again. And for months to come, I'll be bragging about my glazing lines on my paint job. So that's it for making windows. I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for watching the series. If you have any questions, concerns, feel free to contact me at bradgump.com or bradgump@gmail.com is my email. Or you just go to my contact page on my website and you should be good to go. So thank you for watching. bradgump.com. Hope you've learned a few things. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.